welcome to Dolgis. You're here with me, MJ, and today we are going to look at a TK Maxx haul that I would like to share with you. They cover some journals, notebooks, and some other kind of knick-knack accessories. These were purchased in 2 different visits, but because I've not opened them from the first visit, I thought, why not just combine them all and show you here in this video? So that's what we're going to look at today. Okay, so the first thing that I kind of want to show you is this washi paper tape. It's approximately 3 by 5 meter rolls, and I bought them for £1.99. No, they're usually £1.99 and they're £1.29, so a little bit of a saving, not a massive amount, but they could have been £1.99, it wouldn't bother me. I got them because I really love this colour scheme. These blues, teals, greens, sage colours are just beautiful. Really, really love that colour theme. And then it is designed by violet.co.uk. so if you want to take a screenshot of this and search the barcode online, certainly you're more than welcome to do so. This version in particular is called Fresh Blooms. Alright, so really like this. They did have them in like a pink tone as well, but it was a slightly different pattern, and that they were there on my second visit to a different store. Also TK Maxx, but just a different branch. And I wasn't really too keen on those, but they may be more your style, but definitely worth having a look and seeing what there is. Now, the second thing that I want to share, that is not straight, is these kitty cat sticky notes. Keep memos on your favourite tabby. Those were £2.99 and they're usually £5. Just really, really cute. And again, you can scan this barcode if you want to. And it just says fun cat shaped sticky note with strong adhesive. Comes in 3 styles. And it's by Kickerland. Just thought they were really cute. Love that. This really nice coffee kind of mocha colour. Cute. Okay. Right, so that is those 2. So let's set them aside at the moment. Next, I have these notebooks. So they're really lovely. They're fine Italian paper, 160 lined ivory pages, handmade in Italy. Now, I don't know what the usual price of these are, but it is £3.99, so I think that's a very, very reasonable price. It is a flex, so it's not a hardback or anything. But I mean, I felt the paper and it just seems like really good quality. Whether it is or not, I don't know. They are made by Alphabet, and they're made in Italy, and they have like a variety of different covers. It is a soft book, but the feel of it is just lovely, and I really like the cover on this. I'm just going to take this off. So, just gorgeous botanical illustrations there. Very high quality in terms of the saturation and the colour of that print. And it does look like it would lay sort of flat, so I quite like that. Very nice. So like, see, I think this is kind of maybe why they get different things in, because some of them can be quite imperfect. We do have a bit of a line here, if you can see going down here, but that's not something that terribly bothers me. I just think it's a gorgeous notebook. The next one is by the same company, but I just had to get it because, I mean, why would you say no to this? Look at the colour escape of this. Again, I'm going to take this off here. And it was also the same price. £3.99. Is it the same? I think they are the same. Yeah, they're the same. Gorgeous colorscape. Sakuras everywhere. Mountain. Gorgeous. And just plain in the back. Love that. So they're not all the same. This design is carried all the way through to the back. It's in fact looks like one piece. And this one is not carried through to the back, it's just one piece on the front. Very beautiful. Love the attention to design and detail, and it's satisfying. Even though it's not a hardcover, I love that it's flexy. It just feels so lovely. It feels like quality when you're holding these. There had a few different variations of patterns and styles, but the other one that they had I really liked, but I thought that this was, I'm really into the sagey kind of stuff, but when I see things like this I also love that too. So I got this one on my first visit, I got this on my second visit. Again, different branches, different locations, but if you're near TK Maxx, go in. You'll find something. And then we have this. So this is my second visit. Now I don't think I'm going to completely start to use this. I might use this next year. But it says Manifest Your Dreams Reflection Journal. And I love like the embossed gold on here as well. Just a very beautiful looking journal. And it is hardback. It's not cloth, but it kind of feels that way. I wouldn't put it next to anything that you think is going to damage, but what I like about it is sometimes you see these things and they've got like a velour front, and while they look like they are really appealing, trust me, they are not, because if you have any oils or you have anything on your hand, or I don't know, anything can happen. It's just a magnet for picking debris and stuff up onto the book that you can't get off, which is not great. Not great. In fact, I'm going to share one with you so that I can show you exactly what I'm referring to. Okay, so this is a mindfulness activity journal called Mind Your Mind, and I purchased this from Typo. Now, if you're not familiar with Typo, they are a company owned by the Cotton On Group, who also own other companies such as Supra. And I now make a conscious effort to not purchase from Typo, although all of their stuff seems to be quite interesting and quirky and just kind of has a kind of sarcastic vibe in terms of the products that they offer. Like, I can see a lot of uni students and college students, but I decide not to purchase from them really much anymore, simply because I don't agree with their values. Here's why. If I purchase from China, I'm fully aware of what I'm purchasing. Majority of things now are pretty much made in China, although I think that some of that is kind of starting to turn around, right? But here's the thing. It's not that I have an issue with their things are made in China and it's like fast production or fast fashion. In this case, it's fast production. Everything is turned around really, really quick. My issue is that when I go at the counter, they ask me for a donation to their Cotton On Foundation, which is linked to UNICEF. And if you don't know, there's a lot of kind of shady kind of going on with that. And I just think it's a bit hypocritical, to say the very least. So yeah, I don't. But the point is that I'm showing you this journal where here is a mark, and it's a fabric journal, and I bought it because I liked the colour. That was lilac and it was yellow, and on the inside it just looks really really good. That's what I'm saying. Like, they do have some really nice stuff, but the quality of the paper that they provide in those journals, it's not the absolute best, but it's not the worst. I have bought some notebooks from there previously where, you know, they are just not great quality paper. I've found better paper in the pound shop, to be quite honest with you. But I would like to start using this at some point. The only thing that puts me off is because this mark here on the front. So fabric books do look really good, but if they're not wipeable and you've got this kind of problem, it really does. I mean, I must have like hand cream or oils or something on my hand, because look at that. It just ruins the experience for me. So with that in mind, sharing this with you, Hoop is probably also made in China. I don't know. It is by Modish Australia, and it was $4.99. Pretty reasonable. I'm just going to take this label off because I'm kind of I'm interested to see if this was made in China, and I don't know if I can manage to take the label off here. Made in China. So this is the thing, it's like these are Australian groups or, you know, American groups, UK groups. On the plus side, this came off pretty easy. But it says made from responsible sources. I don't know. It's a A5 Mystic Reflections journal, and it's made in China, designed in Australia. Yeah, I could design something here and get it outsourced to China. It doesn't make it the best. But anyway, I certainly am digressing far too much. And if you're not a fan of what I'm saying in this video, then fair enough. Comment below and let me know why. So in here, basically every page is the same, and I quite like the look of this. It does feel like it is kind of decent kind of quality paper, but I wouldn't say it's any different from what I've just shown you there. But I really like how this is laid out. I mean, this is a different kind of colour. It's like kind of like a brown sepia coloured print on here. And then you have good morning and good night, and these are your daily reflections. So what I do like is it's not date specific, as in, you know, if for me, I like to do things in a flow state. That's why I try to get, you know, consistent on my videos, but I don't have them where it's like every Wednesday or every two uploads per week. I would like to get to that point, but really I can only do things depending on the flow state and when I'm kind of in the frame of mind to be doing filming and things like that. So I hope that that's something that's understandable, and I do really hope that what I'm saying here and how I'm coming across doesn't sound condescending, because I mean, if you buy stuff from China, I buy things from China. I mean, I've got Yinhao pounds over there, which I'm going to do in a separate film or a separate video upload. It's just the whole hypocritical thing about, here is all of the stuff that's purchased in China, that you're purchasing, that's made in China, but yet I am actively asking you for a donation. And I'm sure that we're aware in terms of charity stuff, not all of them seem to be as, what would you call that? What is the word that I'm looking for? It takes away the virtue of actually doing virtue's sake. For example, the people that have, I really like that it's got this little thread in here as well to keep your place. That little bookmark's really cute. The fact that, you know, for me, I don't know, for me, when I do anything that is charitable, that is for a good cause, I tend to do things off my own back rather than just donate money to a charity. If someone in the office or whoever is doing works and they're like running a marathon or they're doing something and then they're trying to raise funds to like a certain campaign, that campaign might be kind of corrupt, but I'm still going to give money to motivate them to do good. Because whether or not that money really does go to charity, I would like that person who's doing it to be motivated in their actions and the right thing. So I'll do that. But if I'm doing something, I don't necessarily, and even then it's an anonymous donation, I'm gonna be let the person know, hey, I've donated to your cause, like go, like well done, all the best for your journey and your marathon or whatever it is that you're doing. But when it actually does come down to doing stuff of my own fruition, I don't like to share it because it takes the virtue away. It's kind of similar to, you know, Ellen DeGeneres giving all those big checks to foundations and all the rest of it. Are those charities, foundations corrupt? Probably. And it just is a big demonstration of her trying to say, look how great I am, when we all know what really happened in the end. And I'm not sitting here judging Ellen DeGeneres or anyone like that. I'm just saying, to toot your own horn in the sake of virtue takes away the virtue. Do it and don't say it. And that's really my theory and philosophy on that. That's just the way I see it, my perspective on that. Okay, this is metal bookmarks, and it's a set of 2. I thought they were probably made in China as well, but I love them. We've got the Illuminati eye, and we have Sun Moon. Perfect. And then it was only $1.99. I'm not arguing with that. They're really, really good. Love that. And I mean, that's going to go really well with this, right? And these were bought on my second visit. So just this. So these 3 were bought on my second visit. Then these and this, they were bought on my first visit, okay? So let's just scoop this aside a little bit. Now, I'm going to say this in advance. I'm a bit ranty in this video. It's just a kind of like mindset mood that I'm in at the moment, and I don't know why. I just am. It's not something I can explain, and you know, I maybe could explain, but it would take far too long, and you're not here for that. So this is a journal by Mathew McConaughey, and it is called Green Lights: Your Journal, Your Journey. And it says here, with prompts and bumper sticker quotes from the Sunday Times bestseller Green Lights. So I've not actually read Green Lights by Mathew McConaughey. It's probably one that I'd like to read. Now this is usually $14.99 in the UK, and I got it for $5.99. So what, like half price? That's pretty decent, and we're gonna take a look at it now because I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what this actually does look like. This is maybe why I got it for half price. Do you see that there, that imperfection? You do get those imperfections. See this here? I don't know if I've got a feeling that this should be all the way through, but there's a bend in there and at the top. And I don't know if that's meant to be the case. I'm not sure. But it's just, I think it's a slight imperfection, but I don't really, it's not something that I'm too like terribly petty bothered about. Now what's this say here? Sometimes the guest list needs to be for one, you. And what's it say up here? Going forward's a mystery, looking back's a science. I can just hear him saying that. Going forward's a mystery, looking back's a science. Alright. What's your story? By design and on purpose, good luck. P.S. Turn this over for a bumper sticker to get you started. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to put that maybe like here. Like I could maybe put that over here. Kind of like the idea of that. Like maybe putting it on my wall somewhere. I don't know. That's really cool actually. I have to admit that this is actually a very neat concept. I quite like that. Yeah, this is my desk, by the way, if you've not actually seen it. Yeah, that's it. It's actually really massive. Like, it's really big. So there's that. And then I've got another lamp here. And then my little Dolly dolls. Yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love it. But yeah, let's go back to what we were talking about, shall we? Yeah, so here it is, and it does have this band on it. It looks like it's leather, but it's not. It's just a leather look. My journal, my story. Sign here. You know, I don't know. It's all I'm going to say is, see this. My whole this is going to sound terrible, and I'm not slating this at all, right? But see, when it comes to that thing of my journal, my story, sign here. I feel like I'm being pretentious to myself. To myself, of myself, by myself. Does that make sense? I think that this is why they've given us this. Why he's designed it and helped maybe design this way. It's about worthiness, isn't it? And noting yourself of your worth, your value. I think what he's saying here is, Like when I think what's maybe been looked at in design, because I know a bit about design. When I say know a bit about, I know a shit ton about design and the psychology behind it, and everything that we do and everything that we see and the way that we act, the things that we buy, it's all done on psychology. So I'm motivated by the science of psychology, the biology of psychology. And so see, when I see things like this, I think to myself, right, how on earth am I this important? I feel like, why am I signing this? Why am I signing this? What makes me so great? But then I think they're trying to say, you are. Because you know why? It's your life. So I like it. I do really like this. But there's part of me that doesn't. And that's a me thing, not a him thing. We've already got into some territory here, right? This is interesting. What does it say here? Oh my god, his writing is very similar to mine. That's his writing. That's strange. When we see ourselves truly, there is an instant attraction. I guess. It's got a little bit here in the front. I'm just actually going to read this to you. I have been keeping journals for 37 years, and the process has brought me to elation, evolution, revelation, and revolution. It has also occasionally brought me to tears, some sad, most happy. In writing my book, Green Lights, I reread what I had written in my journals, and it's not only helped me understand who I am now, but who I want to be tomorrow. By revisiting who I'd been, I'd found habits and perspectives that consistently led me to successes and failures, my pains and my pleasures. I was able to boil down my experiences to their essence, learn or unlearn from them, forgive some, and double down on others. I saw how the tough and stressful times in my life, the red and yellow lights as I call them, all had lessons in them that I needed to learn. And when I was open to listening to their message, those red and yellow lights soon turned green. This is the value of journaling. We get to know ourselves. When we put pen to paper and share our feelings, thoughts and opinions with the page, we begin to understand ourselves more clearly and then begin to customize our lives around who we truly are. We begin to separate the signal from the noise. With this journal, you can boldly face and own up to who you've been, who you are, and who you want to become. You can learn how to shake hands with yourself and enjoy your own company, or change a habit or two so you can. This journal is a place for your stories, the people, places, prescribes, poems, prayers, and bumper stickers of your life. Be honest, have fun, ask questions, answer them. Don't be afraid to see your contradictions as part of the twisted truth of paradox. Stick in some photos or quotes that turn you on. Scribble, doodle, draw, edit, but don't erase. Find your frequency. Investigate. Get wise to yourself. Get to know the one person you're stuck with for the rest of your life. You. This is your journal. This is your story. Write it. Just keep living. Mathew McConaughey. Okay, so that was quite a journey within itself, kind of reading that. At least I think so. I don't know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. I'd be interested to see what you have to say about that. And the next page, also here it says, we all ask ourselves questions. Let's make sure we answer them. Wow, this is already quite moving for me. Love this. Tell a love story about your family. This is why I think I need to leave this a little bit later. And then on this side it says, I was raised on existential outlaw logic, a carnation of malaprops full of fictitious physics, because if it wasn't true, it ought to be. And then here it says, what's some outlaw logic that you were raised on? So, I mean, I think that's quite interesting. What's a truth you know, a truth you've seen, and a truth you tell? What's a truth you live by? Rites of passage, what were yours? Here's one. Knowing who we are is hard. The process of elimination is the first step. Start with who I am not. So that's quite interesting. I'm not going to, like, there's no bookmark here or whatever, but I think like things like this would really kind of complement it. Stuff that you kind of like want to kind of make this your own. I don't know, I actually think I might invest in potentially buying another one of those and actually might start using this. I don't know about the quality of paper. I think the quality of paper's maybe kind of decent. I don't think it's too bad. Oh, here's something that I missed. Just from that kind of preface there of this part, when I turn the page, if I can turn the page, turn the damn page, and it says this part here, I missed another one. It says sometimes his writing is very familiar. It looks very similar to mine. Sometimes you've got to go back to go forward, and don't mean going back to reminisce or chase ghosts. I mean go back to see where you came from, where you've been, how you got here. Lincoln, 2014. Don't know who that is. Not sure. Need to research that. It seems like a very interesting book. Very thought-provoking. Kind of, I really like that, and I'm gonna put this. I'm definitely gonna put this somewhere, but for now, until I do, I'm gonna preserve this at the moment until I'm ready to use it. Because I'm not quite ready to use it. I've not really started journaling, but I'll probably use this as a guide for my journals as well. Yeah, this looks really good. Let me know your thoughts down below. Okay, so yeah, thanks for pretty much kind of joining me here in this cover of kind of looking at stuff that you can buy in TK Maxx and the Mathew McConaughey journal specifically. I have a lot of admiration for this guy. I don't know, there's something about him that I just... Some people might say, oh, he's you know, he's just pretending to be such and such or whatever. You know, he's an actor, and people have opinions on actors and whatnot, and celebrities and things. But there's something about him that I think holds a deep amount of integrity, and I don't have anything bad to say in terms of my opinion on him. And I do think he's a very grounded guy. And I've never kind of spoken to anyone about Mathew McConaughey and, like, you know, mention the film he's done or mention this, or say I've watched this interview and they've said anything negative. And I think... And it's not really the thing, because like we don't know this person. Everyone has positive and negative parts of them. That's what makes us human. But if you're considering buying this, I suggest it, even as to use as a guide to help you through journaling. Part of me wants to use it now. Part of me's not quite sure to use it at the moment. But I just kind of wanted to show you this to see what you guys kind of think, and if you're interested in buying it, this video might help you towards purchasing. I don't see why you wouldn't want to. I mean, it's like a mindful journal, But it's not a mindful journal in the sense of like this. So this is different because it's just very much like, this is extremely feminine, which is not an issue, but it's just, yeah, it's more about self-care, whereas this is very much more about your kind of journey in life, where you've been, where you are, where you're going to go, like he said, the green light. Alright guys, I hope you found this helpful. I'm gonna do some filming on another video. I have some Pilot Eroshizoko ink samples that I'd like to, in fact they're sitting right there, those little 3 bottles sitting there. These are going to be quite interesting. I would like to go through that with you guys. I'm going to show you my recent kind of pen layout here. This is what I take to work with me every day, and talk about the paper blanks, which I'm very new to, but by goodness, is it just sheer luxury and quality on this book. Okay, so if you want to join me for more content, then all you need to do is press that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss an upload, and of course, if you want to express that you like this, hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts down below. Okay guys, take care. Ciao.